Hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm Gavin and I work for Oral Leisure and Libraries, and what I've been asked to do today is to do a GP referral class, and it's for everyone really, for all ages. It's really good if you have muscle weakness and you want to try and strengthen particular areas. It's good for balance, and you can definitely work on your balance during this session today. Respiratory issues, cardiac patients, all included in this today. So if you want to do something at home, inside or outside, then this just might help, just give you that little bit extra push to do that little bit more. So equipment wise, I'm going to keep it really minimal. First of all, I haven't got any music on. I'm going to sort of speak and give you instructions, so I don't want that to interfere with the music. So if you would like to choose your own music to help motivate you along today, please do. It might just give you that little extra push then as well, as obviously as me giving the instructions. Weight wise, if you haven't got any weights, some tin of beans, water bottles, milk bottles, whatever you can will really help just to just give you that little bit extra for the upper body. And obviously the harder you want to make it, the heavier the weight you go with, and I'll go over that a little bit more a bit later on. If you could as well, if you've got any steps in your garden or in the house, we're going to do a little bit of step work today as well, so that'd be great if you could have that available to you. If you don't, we'll just get the knees up nice and high and just pretend that obviously you're doing that sort of stepping movements. Chairs as well, dining room chairs, deck chairs like I've got, sofa if you want, whatever you need, just whatever's the easiest for you, just so you can sit down on it and come back up, and maybe help you with a bit of stability as well. And then finally, maybe some areas just so you can walk, so you can do the warm up, and during the session we'll do like a shuttle walk as well. So if you have got that available, your corridor in your house or in your garden, have a little walk around the garden or wherever, please do that as well. Make sure if you've got it, you use it basically. I'm just going to march on the spot, and that's what we're going to start off with today. We're going to start off our warm up. So as soon as you're ready, we're just going to get the legs moving, marching on the spot. Now, cardiac patients, you definitely want to do 15 minutes of warm up, and that's what we're going to try and aim for today, is going for that full 15 minutes. And we're starting off really steady, really slow. So we're just raising our feet off the ground. If you can, remember, like I said, go for a walk around the garden, or walk up and down in the house if you like. Just sort of getting the legs moving, getting them going. And then when you're ready, loosening the shoulders off. Rolling one way and then the other, and just walking around nice and steady. If walking is a little bit too much, especially for this length of time that we're doing it for, what you could do is you could hold onto a chair or your stick or whatever you've got, and you could just raise your heels off the ground. So you could just bring them up as high up as you feel comfortable. So you're still getting a little bit of movement, getting the legs walking a little, getting them moving a little bit, getting them warmed up. Keep it up. Remember, if you can walk, go for a little walk. So starting off really low level at first, really slow, really steady. If obviously doing two things at once is a little bit challenging, maybe just pause yourself when we do some of the movements, or some of the upper body movements as well, where we bring our hands out together, bring them out apart, to the sides. And especially if you are a cardiac patient, if you're struggling to do both at a time, just wriggle your toes while you're doing the movement, so you're still getting that blood circulating around the body properly. Okay, walking on the spot, and remember, if you can do it as you're walking, them hands come out to the side, you push the chest out, you get the upper body as well as the lower body moving, getting warmed up. So we're just walking on the spot, starting off steady, nice and slow. Another one I want you to do is to push the hands forwards. As you're walking, bringing them up. Remember, you can just stay still if you like to do them, or do them as you're walking, whatever you feel more comfortable with. If you're really struggling with your balance, you could rest against the wall as you do these movements as well if you like. So we're starting off steady. What I want you to do next is put your hands behind your back now. Push your chest down. So feel that stretch across the chest, open up the shoulders. And remember, if you can walk while you're doing it, do so. And then carrying on walking again. If you did stop, loosen off them shoulders. If you're really feeling like the warm-up itself is quite intense, you need to really step it back. Have more breaks. Like I said, just bring the heels up off the floor if you like, whatever suits you. The whole idea in this class today is it's a little bit for everyone. If you want to make it easier, have a rest, take the weights down, don't do as much, whatever you feel is enough for you during the session. If you feel like it's a little bit too easy, step it up, increase the weights, do a little bit more, get a little bit lower on some of the exercises, get into them that little bit more, and hopefully feel the benefits from it then. Good, still walking round, arm up, pulling across the body, feel that stretch on the top of the back now. Swapping sides. Loosen it off. Rolling forwards, rolling back. And then what I want you to do now is just see if you can go a little bit faster. So we're just walking a little bit quicker now. So we're hopefully getting our heart rate up that little bit more. But not too much that we're in our training zone. So not too much that you're feeling tired, you're struggling to talk. Okay, good. Bring yourself to a stop just for a moment. Now, what we're doing today is something called lateral raises. So during the session today, we've got an exercise called lateral raises. So the arms come out to the sides and they come forwards. And if you can as well, if you want to advance it, you raise the heels off the ground as well. So we do some calf raises also. That's great. Loosen her off. Going for a walk again. So remember, we're picking that pace up a little bit more. We're going a little bit faster. And we're making sure that we stay breathing. Don't hold our breath, because obviously we definitely don't want that. Another exercise I want you to do is, if you don't feel comfortable doing the lateral raises with the calf raise, do some bicep curls instead. A little bit of a heel dig. So I'll just step back so you can see that. Do some bicep curls with a bit of a heel dig. Good, and then just go for a walk again. Keep going. How far off are we? Great, another 4 minutes or so. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a little stretch, a little calf stretch. So we bring our foot back, we flatten it, the leg's straight, front leg's got a bend in the knee, and you got a little bit of support with the chair, back of the chair if you like, or the wall, and then we swap sides. So we step back, we flatten the foot, front leg's got a bend in the knee, and then if you can, if you've got that stability to do a little stretch and then alternate to the opposite side, do so. If that's a little bit challenging, maybe just hold the position if possible. So just holding the stretch instead for a little bit. Great. And then carry on. So still walking around. And now this time, bringing the heels back. So the feet go as far back as we can, so we're stretching and moving the legs. You can put your hands behind the back if you like, so you can feel the feet touching the hands if possible. They don't have to go all the way up, you can just go half the way or whatever you like if you want. Just keep them legs moving, keep going. Legs nice and wide. Sensitive with the feet, you've got the chair there for support, remember if you need it. And now stretching the inner thigh now. So we're one leg's bent, the other straight, and we're just going from side to side. If obviously you're feeling it's really hurting your knees or your hips, maybe make the stance a little bit smaller, and if it's still really uncomfortable, just have a little bit of a walk or a walk around, march on the spot, whatever. Good, and carry on walking again. Loosen up the shoulders. Now remember, like I said before, if you're really struggling to do the whole of this warm-up, you can obviously have a little break, have a drink, have a rest, or it just might be that maybe you need to step it down a little bit. Remember, we've got a full circuit to do today, so don't overdo it before we even start. Take your time through the session. Make sure you have regular breaks, regular drinks. I will give you some time to have a break and a drink, but if you need a little bit longer, have it, and then just join back in when you're ready. So we've got our stations laid out. Good, loosen it off. We've got our stations laid out, and now what we're going to do is just before we start, is just go over them exercises that we said before. So calf raise, with the lateral and frontal raise if you can. So just to show you, the heels are coming up off the ground, just have a little practice of them again. And if that one's too challenging, you've got the bicep curl with a little bit of a heel dig, if you like, as a sort of maybe like a little bit of an easier one. Or if obviously if you just haven't got the movement to the other one, it's an alternative for you anyway. Good. Great. Right, so once everything's loosened off and you've done your 15-minute warm-up, let's get started on the program itself. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to do the wall press. I am going to time it. We're going to do 2 minutes on each station, and I am going to join in with you as well. So for those of you who have been doing sessions with me and you've obviously been requesting this for a while, here you go. I'm going to do it with you today. Hopefully we'll all work hard together. And when you're ready, make your way to a walled area if possible. Your hands go on it. Your legs are straight, your body's straight, and you bring your elbows out to the sides, and we start with the wall press. And remember, like I said before, focus on your breathing a little bit as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Because sometimes if you're concentrating too hard, on doing a particular thing, you can actually forget to stop breathing, and obviously that will cause issues. So make sure that you're consciously focusing on doing your breathing with the exercise if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. And we're doing this one for 2 minutes if you can. If you want to make it harder, you bring your legs out more, and it should help you maybe get a little bit lower into it then. Obviously, if you want to make it harder again, instead of putting your hands on the wall, maybe put them on a table or put them on a chair, and it advances it further, but only if you feel like you need that advancement. If this is too easy, then do that. Keep going. Let's see what time we're on. Great, 20 seconds left. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, let's do the next one. So quick break, quick drink if you need it, and then with the next one we're going to do the stepping on and off. So make your way to a stepped area if you can. Let's get the timer going. And we just simply step on and step off. Now, if this is a little bit too much at the moment, what you could do is maybe just raise the foot up, don't put too much weight on it, and then come back down. Like so. Or if you can do the full step on and off, and go for it. And if you want to make it harder again, just go faster. Make sure that you aren't just predominantly stepping on with one side, with the one leg. Make sure you're alternating, so you're using the left leg to step on a few times and then the right. If one side feels that little bit harder, try and focus on that a little bit more if you can. And remember, if you need that extra stability, if you've got a stick, you can hold on to a stick or hold on to the wall or whatever you've got around you, as long as it's secure, to give you that little bit extra help. Ten seconds now, keep going. Keep working it if you can. All the way to the end. 4, 3, 2. Great. Loosen off. Okay, good. So the next one is the lunges. This is the challenging one now. With the lunges, the back heel's up, the others forwards, and you drop the knees down. Now, as I'm doing at the moment, just a small movement if you like. If you can go even more, even lower, even better. So I'm going to start the clock. You've got the chair here if you need it, either in front of you or on the side of you as you do the exercise, the lunge. I'm just going to do it on the side on so you can see the technique a little bit. Let me just get in camera view. So the front knee doesn't go over the toes, and the back leg's knee goes as low as down to the ground as you can. And like I said, there's no shame of doing a little small movement when both knees bend. You're still working the muscles a little bit. If that's all that you can do at this moment in time, that's fine, because you will see the improvements. You will see you getting stronger, being able to get down lower. If you keep up with this program, keep doing these exercises. Okay, and then when you're ready, we swap legs. Same with the opposite leg. We step forwards, drop the knee down, and remember, if you're advanced, if you come total advance, let go altogether. If you want to just keep your fingertips on the chair or on the wall or wherever you're holding on to, or the full hand, that's entirely up to you. But really try and use the legs to bring you up and down. Try not to hold on and push with the hand as you come up. Try and keep it relaxed and just have it there, just in case you feel a little bit unstable and you feel you could fall. 15 more seconds on this one. Like I said, this is a challenging one. Do what you can with it. If you need a break and have a little drink, just stop for a moment, that's fine. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right, let's move on to the next one. This one's quite chilled, this one. Bit of walking now. So just remember, if you're not really able to do much walking, you can just pick your heels up off the floor, holding onto the chair if you like. If you can go for a walk, have a little walk around the garden now. Keep a good pace if you can. So you're going faster than what you did on the warm-up, because obviously you want to get yourself working a little bit now. Not too hard that you're struggling to catch your breath, but enough so you can definitely feel like you're doing something. If you feel like the breaks in between each exercise is not long enough, have a little bit longer. Maybe just do a minute 30 instead of the full 2 minutes on each station, so you can have a bit longer of a drink of water or a rest, and then just join back in when you're ready. Now with this walk, if you want, what you could do is you could walk one way from one side of the garden and then fast walk to the opposite. Or you could go from a walk from one side of the garden to a jog or a run back. So there's loads of ways you can advance this bit of the program. So just make the most of it. If you need to really take it back a little bit, take it back a notch, just walk really steady, nice and easy. Good, 30 more seconds on this one. And then we'll move on to our weight side. $15 more seconds. Keep going, keep it up. See if you can pick that pace up that little bit more as you get to the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Quick breather, have a drink and a rest if you need it. Making our way over to our weight side of it now. So remember, whatever you're choosing to use as your weights, grab onto them. Let's get that timer started, and off we go. So with the lateral raise, make sure you've got enough space to do the exercise. The arms come out to the sides. You're raising the heels up off the ground. Hopefully feeling that working the upper body quite nicely there. And the lower as well, doing the calf raises. If this one's too challenging, do some bicep curls with a bit of a heel dig. It's not too bad, this one. Bit of a heel dig with the bicep curls if you like. Or full on lateral raise, frontal raise. Keep up the good work, keep going. Let me just check on the time, see where we're at with it. Good, we've done 1 minute already. Out to the sides, bringing the heels up, bringing them forwards and doing the same. And if If it's too much, remember you've got them bicep curls with the heel dig to do, if you like. Let's check the time again. I reckon that's about right now. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Let's put our weights back down, and then let's move on to our sit-to-stands now. This is always quite a tricky one. So take a seat when you're ready. Some say that's the best part of the workout. And then what I want you to do is your feet in line with your shoulders. I'm going to start the clock now. Hands crossed if you like, and you bring yourself up off the chair. You take a seat back down, and you do the same again. One of the things that you really want to try and focus on doing is making sure that you don't hold on to the sides if possible. So you're not using your upper body to push yourself up. If you do still worry with your balance a little bit, you can hold your stick in front of you as you go down. And one of the things which I haven't mentioned yet, which you can do, is you don't have to go all the way to the chair. You could just do a little squat if you like with your stick or whatever. Back out to where you feel comfortable, and then bringing yourself back upright. Another option is as you're seated, instead of doing the sit-to-stands if it gets too much, you can do some leg extensions instead, where you bring your feet off the ground, straighten one leg and then the other. Keep going, bringing the leg up, swapping sides. Or remember doing the full sit-to-stand if possible. If you don't have your arms crossed, you can bring them out as well if you like. That helps with the balance a little bit. Bring the arms up, out in front of us. We'll do one more exercise after this, and then we'll have a little bit of a break, and then we'll see who fancies a second round. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right, let's do the elbow to knees now. Now, I've purposely done it by the wall here, so you've got that stability if you need it. So if you need the balance of resting on the wall while you do this, you can. Either the hand or the elbow. Let's start the clock. So the hand or the elbow to the knees. If you can do it away from the wall, good. And you're keeping your back nice and straight. If you can, get the elbow up, you can use your hand. And remember, you can rest on the wall if you need to. And then once we've done this one, we'll have a bit of a drink and a rest. Remember, you can just use the hand if you want to, or doing the elbow if you like. But remember, try and get them feet off the ground as high as you can to get the most out of the workout. And then once you've done this, once we've got to the end of the 2 minutes on this exercise, we're going to have a break, we're going to have a drink and a rest, a quick recovery. And then hopefully, if you can, staying with me for the second round as we see how far through we can get through it. Let's see if we can get right to the end of this program today. "15 more seconds. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. And relax. So, have a little drink, have a rest. It's all water in this, there's no gin, I promise. And we go again in a moment. So just make sure you have a little break, even if you need to pause the video for a moment, just to get your breath back or whatever. By all means, please do. We're going to do the same again, the same exercises again, but we're going to go the opposite way around. So we're going to finish on the wall press, and we're going to start on them elbow to knees. So we've just done it, we're going to go back into it, do it again, and then go round. So if there is certain exercises that you don't enjoy, and you just want to do that one first, you can by all means. It's entirely up to yourself. But if you're staying with me, I want you to get in position now. We're going to start with them elbow to knees that we just finished with, and we go the opposite way around. So remember, when you're ready, if you need the wall, you've got the wall there for balance. You can rest on it if you like, and away we go. Getting them knees nice and high, and either the hands or the elbows meeting the knees, if you can. Remember, it's entirely up to you. You can make it that little bit easier by resting on the wall. If you feel like your balance isn't that great, you put your hands on your knees. Come on, keep going. Keep pushing it out. $20 left. 10 left now, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Let's do some sit to stands next again then. So remember, if you want to make it easier, just do leg extensions. If you want to make it harder, do them sit to stands properly. Hands on the shoulders or out in front of us, and bring yourself up and down. I've started the clock, let's go. Another thing that I don't want to see is your hands on your legs and using your hands to push up as well. Also, don't rock the legs, don't swing and help yourself up that way as well. Keep the feet planted on the ground at all times if you can. Keep going, we've got a minute left. If you feel like you just want to do 1 minute sit to standing and another minute leg extensions, that's fine as well. You may have some leg weights, which would be great. Strap them on, make this one a little bit more advanced as well. So either leg extensioning or sitting up, sitting back down again. 10 more seconds on this one. Come on, let's push it out. Let's get a few more in. Great. How we move on? Let's get our beans. Let's get cracking. So with this one, beans, your weights, whatever you want to call them, out to the sides, raising the heels up off the ground. And doing 2 minutes of this is pretty tough actually. So if you do feel like you're advanced, see if you can do the full 2 minutes of just this exercise. What I'm going to do on this set round is I'm going to do around about a minute with the lateral frontal raises, with that calf raise thrown in where the heels come off the ground. I'll just show you that on the side. So the heels come off the ground, if you like. And then a minute of the bicep curls with the heel digs. So look, keep going. Great. Getting good at this, guessing the time. So a little bit of a heel dig and bicep curl. Two more seconds, keep going. Bringing them arms in. Quick side profile look. So we're curling in with the arms, doing a bit of a heel dig with the feet. Ten more seconds, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, pop them down. Let's do the lunges next. So with the lunges, holding on to the side if you need to, or a wall, or wherever you feel sturdy enough for you. You stick if you like, you're dropping the knee down. So you're getting that knee down as low down to the ground as possible. Try and keep the shoulders back, try and keep them in line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 minute on one leg like before, then a minute on the other leg. So personally I do feel stability wise it's easier with the chair on your side or the wall or whatever you're going to use to help support you if you need it. But just because obviously for filming this video, I'm just going to keep it in front just so you can see exactly what I'm doing and it's not impeding anything. Swap legs, same the opposite leg. We step back, drop the knee down, both knees bend, remember, we get as low as we can. So you're holding on to the chair if you need to. If you want to advance it, you've just got your fingertips on the chair just for that little bit extra balance, and then eventually letting go. And if you're really hardcore, get the beans. Have the beans by the side as well as you're doing it. Keep going, 10 more seconds left. Good. Great. Right, next one. Nearly forgot the walk then, so let's throw the walk in now. So what we're doing is starting the clock, we're going for a walk. Remember, if you can, up and down the garden if you like. If you haven't got the space, you can do what I'm doing, just do it on the spot. If you're in the house, you can walk up and down your corridor or in your living room or wherever you can where you've got a little bit of a runway. And if you want to advance it, you increase the pace. Make sure that you're still able to talk while you're doing all these exercises today, so you're not overdoing it too much that you're really struggling for your breath. And another thing you could do is you could do a walk one way, walk straight line one way, and then turn around, and then maybe do a little bit of a jog the other. Whatever you prefer, or you can just point blank just jog the whole time. Come on, one more minute this, keep going, and then we've got the steps next. So you can be just walking if you like, you can do walk to jog, or you could just full on do the jog the whole time if you like. Anything goes. Even if you don't even want to walk, you just want to raise the heels up off the ground with something to hold on to if you need it. Your stick, chair. Come on, 20 more seconds now. We've got the steps, we've got the wall press, and then we're finished for today. Three, two, one. Great. To the steps we go. Remember, like I said, tapping or doing a full step on and step off. If you feel like you need that little bit longer rest, have it now, and then join back in when you're ready. Don't feel like you have to do every single thing I've said today. You can break at any time. And especially now we're getting so close to the end, you might feel a little bit fatigued now, a bit tired. So you might want to just have that little bit longer of a break. Or if you really like to push yourself, but obviously not too much, then you're cracking straight on into the next exercise without really having a break. And we're altering the feet, remember, from one side to the other, leading with one leg up and down, and then the other if you like, so you're working everything equally. Step the pace up a little bit as we get to the end. Let's have 15 more seconds on this. 3, 2, 1, and then let's finish off with these wall presses. So our hands on the wall, body straight, elbows out to the sides, and getting as low as we can to the wall to finish. Come on, so this is the last exercise we're going to do. We're going to have a nice long cool down after this. Have a drink and a rest as well. So let's really push it out. Let's get nice and low. Let's give it all we got for these final bits now. You've done really well today. If you've managed to stick in it the whole time, do the full double circuit, amazing work, really good. And remember, if you haven't quite managed to do it all, or you've had a few rests on some of the exercises instead of doing them, you can always maybe do a little bit more next time, or it might be enough just staying as you are and just maintaining what you've got. That's the beauty of this class program that we've done today. It's for all abilities. You work yourself to your own level. Come on, 30 more seconds. Let's get nice and low. Let's get it done. 15 seconds left. Let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. So we have a quick breather again, have a drink, have a rest. And then what we're going to do in a moment is we're going to do a bit of a cool down. So once you've had a drink, once you've had a rest, just starting off, having a little walk around the garden again, very slow. Remember, have as long rest as you need. I haven't actually properly started the cool down yet. So if you need a couple more seconds just to have a quick breather, do so. If obviously you are doing outside and it's warm like this today, you're definitely going to make sure you need a drink and lots of rests. So I'm going to start the cool down now. We're going to do 10 minutes cool down. Especially if you've got cardiac issues, you want to make sure you're doing a good long warm up, at least 15 minutes warm up and 10 minutes cool down. But obviously if your ability isn't able to do that really long warm up at the start, really drop it down, do it very slow. Just work it to your level. You definitely don't want to be overdoing it, and same with the cool down as well. Don't be doing it like the walk we did in the main workout. We're taking our time, we're doing it steady. So we're just doing it nice and steady. We're starting to loosen off the shoulders now, we're rolling them back. Rolling the shoulders back. Rolling them forwards. Just walking nice and slow around the garden or on the spot or in the house, whatever you're doing. Very slow. We'll just do another stretch now, so our hands come behind the back, chest out. Feel that stretch. Open up the chest, the shoulders. And then roll them forwards. Roll them back. Marching on the spot, nice and steady, nice and slow. Arm out, pull in across the body. Feel that stretch. Top of the back now. Same with the opposite side. Now ideally we want to probably hold these stretches for about 30 seconds at a time. So if I'm not quite doing that for long enough, do it that little bit extra. We want to make the most of them stretches. If you're feeling like you're aching, later on today or tomorrow or the next day, whenever it comes, do the stretches again. If you want to use the video to do it, you could just fast forward straight to the end and just do the stretches that we're going to do in a moment, the ones that we're doing at now, to try and hopefully maybe relieve that pain a little bit. If you didn't feel an ache at all and you thought it was a little bit easy doing this session today, step it up next time. Go heavier with the weight, go lower into the exercise, go faster on certain parts of it as well, on the walk-in side, on the steps. Good. Okay, so we're loosening off. Right, so let's do a quick calf stretch. So we step back, we flatten the foot, front leg's got a bend in the knee. Now remember, we hold this for 30 seconds. we step back, we flatten the foot, front leg's got a bend in the knee, and we hold it for at least 30 seconds if we can. Make sure the heel of that back foot, I hope you can see it there, I'll just step back a little. The heel of the back foot is on the ground. The foot is flat on the floor. And then we do the same with the opposite side. We flatten the foot, front leg's got a bend in the knee. Okay, good. And then just marching on the spot again. Or having a little walk around, nice and slow. And remember, we're doing it a lot slower than what we've done before. We're really getting our heart rate back down to when we first started, before we started the session today. We want to try and get as close to that as possible. So we're really trying to chill ourselves out, reduce our pace, holding on to something now. And what I want you to do next is grab onto the foot, the knees in line. Bringing that knee back that little bit more. And remember, we're trying to hold this for 30 seconds as well if we can. Bring that knee back a little bit more. If you can't grab onto your foot like I'm doing there, you can always grab onto the back of it. Maybe even the back of the shoe or the socks. If you've got pants on, or even if you've got something like a bit of rope or something to bring round your leg and pull it up. Because you really want to try and stretch this area if you can. You really want to try and stretch your thighs, especially after the workout we've done today. If you're doing any knee rehabilitation, it's really important that you do try and sort of stretch that area as best you can. So we swap legs now. We're doing the same on the opposite leg. We bring that knee back that little bit more if we can. Try and keep the shoulders back as well. Posture is important, of course, while we do these. Don't fall over. So we've got that stability of the chair there if we need it, or a wall, or whatever you feel more comfortable holding on to, you stick. Great. So just loosening it off again. Walking nice and slow, nice and steady. Rolling the shoulders back. Rolling them forwards. Legs nice and wide. The feet out to the side. We've got the chair there if you need it for support. And you get yourself lower into this stretch if you can. Keeping that leg straight. The side leaning onto, there's a bend in the knee. And do the same with the opposite side. Good. Marching on the spot. Okay, so we're going to take a seat on the chair now. We're sitting on the chair, our back's nice and straight, and we straighten the leg out. Keeping that back straight the whole time, our leg straight. We reach out for the foot. Now I'm not saying touch the toes, but just reach out for it so you can feel that stretch at the back of the leg, your hamstring. So don't punch into it, keep the back straight. Reach out, feel that stretch down the back of the leg. Good. Same with the opposite side. Straightening the leg, reaching out. Keeping that back as straight as we can. I know it's easier said than done. Just do your best, and hopefully you should feel that stretching the back of the leg, the hamstring, quite nicely. Right, so still seated. Let's do a few more upper body stretches. Our arm up, behind the head, and then we just press back. So hopefully we feel that stretch down the back of the arm now. Swap sides, same with the opposite side, push back, feel that stretch down the back of the arm. And then let's do one more stretch before we finish. So our palms facing towards our body, we'll hold them out as a circle. Hands connect together, we're making a circle with them, feeling that stretch in the shoulders, the top of the back, and then what we're doing is we're bringing our chin into our chest, straighten our arms out now, so we're feeling that stretch more in that lateral area as well. And then just bring the arms up, bring them round, and that's us done for today. So thank you everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the session. I hope it was useful, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you.